A health benefit of eating natto for lunch or breakfast by Natto. That's something I'd like to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai diet and Ikigai biohacking. Right. Okay, so I have been talking about some of the health benefits of natto. And in the last video, I shared with you three health benefits of eating natto at night. Yeah, but I sometimes eat natto for lunch. Yeah. And today I will share with you why I do it. In the last video, I shared with you three health benefits of eating natto at night. One, it helps your blood flow. Two, it helps your skin. Three, it helps prevent catching a cold. Okay. For details, please watch the video. Yeah, it's called Three Health Benefits of Eating Natto at Night by Natto King. All right. Today, I'll just share with you the first one, and because this is the most important one. It helps your blood flow, and this is because of natto kinase, an enzyme called natto kinase contained in natto. Yeah. Now, natto kinase dissolves blood clots, and blood clotting often occurs at night during your sleep. And natto kinase works 10 to 12 hours after ingesting. Therefore, it is best to make it work during your sleep. For example, if you eat natto for dinner by 7 o'clock, like 7 p.m., and you go to bed at 11 and you get up at 7 a.m., it works until the time you get up. Yeah, so it's a perfect timing to have natto in that sense, right? Okay. Um, so why is it good to eat natto for lunch? Because I sometimes eat natto for lunch. Yeah. Now, usually in Japan, yeah, we have a question of whether to eat natto for dinner or breakfast. Because as I said in the last video, originally people eat natto for breakfast in Japan. Natto is famous as a breakfast dish. Yeah, but recently there have been some scientific discoveries suggesting it is better to eat natto for dinner. So now many of the health conscious people in Japan eat natto for dinner. Right. Now, because this is the question of whether to eat it for dinner or breakfast, so in that case, I prefer having natto for dinner. In fact, I do eat natto for dinner most times. Right. But so when you practice intermittent fasting, it becomes a completely a different question because when you talk about breakfast, usually most Japanese people have 3 meals a day. So you have dinner around 7 p.m., your breakfast around 7 a.m. or something. It's only after 12 hours. Therefore, you're not really breaking your fast so much compared to eating it after fasting 16 hours or 17 hours or 24 hours, right? And in my case, I practice a longer fast once a week. So now, in this quarter of my Hare and K intermittent fasting, I practice 36 hours fast once a week, every Monday. So I don't eat at all on Monday. So my last meal is Sunday dinner. Then I have Tuesday morning breakfast to break my 36-hour fast. Yeah. And before, in the last quarter of my Hare and intermittent fasting, I was practicing 24-hour fast every Monday. So I had like a Monday lunch, then I didn't eat anything until Tuesday lunch. Okay, so in that case too, to break my fast, I ate natto, right? Because natto is a wonderful food to break your fast. Yeah, nattokin, which is natto bacteria, the official name is Bacillus subtilis, reaches the gut alive without being killed by stomach acid. Yeah, but for other bacteria, such as lactic acid, are often destroyed by stomach acid. Yeah, because the stomach acid is very hot, and then but natto is strong. Natto jam is strong with heat. Yeah, it doesn't even die when it is like 100 degrees centigrade. It's a boiling temperature. Yeah, so natto bacteria is very strong in that sense. It reaches the gut alive, and that is a powerful thing. Yeah, because you want to kind of rearrange the structure of gut microbiome, yeah, after a long fast, yeah, especially after 24-hour fast or 36 hours, the composition of your microbiomes in your gut changes, right? So many of the so-called bad bacteria, yeah, become weak, and maybe good bacteria become stronger, yeah, because they can survive without being fed for a longer time. Yeah. So so in that condition, what you ingest into your gut is very critical. Therefore, you want to ingest prebiotics such as natto, and natto bacteria reaches the gut alive to help the rearrangement of gut microbiome tremendously. So it's a great breaking fast food. Right. All right. So how to optimize your natto eating for lunch? Okay. Um, Now, so take natto out of the fridge 20 minutes before eating and mix them a lot. So that is the same, yeah, as when you eat natto for dinner. Yeah, because natto bacteria becomes more active after taking out of the fridge and left in the room temperature. So you want to do that, and then by mixing them a lot, yeah, natto bacteria becomes more active. Yeah, so you want to do it as well, and then eat natto with salad, since raw vegetables are great fast breakers. Yeah, raw vegetables contain a lot of enzyme, because many of the enzymes kind of die with the heat. So when you eat food raw, you can still ingest enzyme in a kind of a raw state, and it is great. And usually, to break my fast, I eat food in this order: first vegetables, next protein, and finally carb. Yeah. So also eating some vegetable beforehand can prevent the rising of the blood sugar level when I eat carbs. So I usually eat some other food before eating carb. Yeah. So when you eat natto with salad, and first I eat just some raw vegetables, and then I eat natto, and then maybe after a while I kind of eat them together. Yeah, and then when I finish my natto salad, then I eat carbs such as fermented brown rice. Okay, but also natto is a great source of protein, and usually I do some strength training at the end of my long fast. I mean, at the end of my regular 17-hour fast, I do some strength training too on like a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yeah. And then so I need some protein right after my exercise, and natto is a great source of protein too. Right. Yeah, and then use vinegar and omega-3 oil in the dressing. Yeah, plus some sea salt or soy sauce or whatever you want to put, or maybe some hemp seed or sesame seed or anything is okay. But using vinegar also help prevent rising of your blood sugar level. So when you eat carb afterwards, it kind of helps. Yeah, and you want to have a lot of omega-3 oil to balance with omega-6. And salad dressing is one of the few ways that you can use omega-3 oil, because you cannot cook omega-3 oil, right? To make some like a cooked dish, you can use olive oil or rice oil or something like omega-9 oil, but not omega-3 oil. Right. So to sum up, a health benefit of eating natto for lunch or breakfast. In the case of me now, I have it for breakfast because it's Tuesday morning. Yeah, I have a breakfast after 36 hours of fast. Yeah. So a health benefit of eating natto for lunch or breakfast. Natto is a wonderful food to break your fast. Natto bacteria, reaches the gut alive without being killed by stomach acid. Right, okay. So when you do a longer fast, such as 24-hour fast or 36-hour fast, you can eat natto for the first meal. But the rest of the time, you can eat natto for dinner. And then if you don't practice a longer fast, you only do 16-hour or 17-hour fast, maybe it's like once or twice a week, you can have natto for lunch as well. Right. Okay. So if you're interested in Japanese healthy dietary culture, please read the Ikigai diet, the secret Japanese diet to health and longevity. It contains a lot of information about Japanese healthy dietary culture, such as Ichibutsu Zentai Shoku, Shindo Fuji, Ichiju Sansai, and Mago wa Yasashi, and Hare and Ke. Oh, by the way, Ichiju Sansai, I kind of wrote a blog post about Mitoma, a Japanese soccer player who plays for Brighton. And he actually, assisted the goal against Spain. Yeah. And it's a very controversial goal, whether it was in or out. Yeah. So he practices Ichiju Sansai too. All right. And then Hare and Ke, if you want to know about Hare and Ke intermittent fasting, because I mentioned it, yeah, like I practice, like a 36 hours fast, like once a week, and so on. Plus, I talked about quarter, like in this quarter or the last quarter. So, what is the quarter system? Yeah. Please read Ikigai Biohacking, my other book. Yeah. It contains all the information about how I practice my intermittent fasting and about Hare and Ke intermittent fasting. Yeah, right. All right. So, and then the question is, so once a week I have natto for lunch or breakfast, yeah, and then rest of the time I eat natto for dinner. And usually on the weekend I don't eat natto, only during the week for 5 days a week. Yeah, and then but you might wonder why not eating natto for both lunch and dinner. Yeah, so that is something I will share with you in the next video. Is it good to eat natto both for lunch and dinner, or how much natto can you eat? Right. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya, the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. Right, so if you like this video, please give me your thumb up and please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and please leave your comment below. Yeah, when do you eat natto? Do you eat natto for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and why? And so on. All right. So I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.